Young man, did you just shut off truck engine while the truck was moving?
Yes, the engine is off, but I didn't touch anything, I swear.
With this truck, the engine actually can be shut off. So we have in this truck a system where if you use cruise control, truck goes into eye rolling, we can actually shut off the engine.
Yeah.
And that's a new thing. Previously would not have been a good idea. And still you cannot shut off the engine by yourself. You need to let the cruise control to do it.
Yeah, because there are some changes required to be able to do that.
So why shutting off the engine was not previously a good idea is that we have here power steering. Basically why we couldn't shut off the engine before, we have a steering pump down there and the engine is running the steering pump. So in the old days if you would knock out the engine, then you wouldn't have a steering pressure here for the power steering and the truck would be very hard to steer.
Not good.
But now with this truck we have something new. We have actually additional steering pump connected to the gearbox over here. When we shut off the engine and we're at speeds above 60 kilometers per hour, the wheels will be rotating. That will drive the prop shaft. And then in the end of the gearbox, we have another steering pump. And that rotates in relative speed to the speed of the truck.
So it takes over from the one we have on the engine.
Yeah.
When the engine shuts off.
So at high speeds, we are able to run another steering pump with a prop shaft, and therefore we can shut off the engine.
Yeah.
When we need to crank up the engine again, we close the clutch and the prop shaft will crank up it. So we're not using the starting motor, but it's the prop shaft and gearbox that cranks up the engine.
You use
again.
that rotation to bring the rotation back in the engine.
But with this solution we can get rid of all the idling during eye rolling, which is good for the after-treatment system. It's good for
fuel consumption.
And we don't need to sacrifice average speed or anything. It's just regular eye roll, but engine shut off.
Yeah.
So how does it work then in practice? How do you use it? Well, first of all, you must be in drive mode economy.
Yep, check.
Then the engine, drivetrain and all the auxiliary systems have to be sort of in normal state. So you need to have a normal coolant temperature, air pressure up. Everything has to be like in normal running order.
All good, check.
We're driving with cruise control.
Yes.
And the set speed has to be 60 or higher.
Check.
And then when we go into eye rolling segment, and if all of these preconditions are being met, then we are able to shut off the engine. So now we're close into this hilltop. Truck will probably go into eye rolling.
There we go.
And now we shut off the engine. And now it's the prop shaft and gearbox actually running the additional steering pump, so we have good steerability still. You might feel that the temperature of the cab goes a little bit higher or lower depending on ambient temperature, but we try to do this in conditions that you shouldn't feel it too much. So if it's really cold or warm, then we just don't do it. And once we abort the eye roll, we will just close the clutch and that will crank up the engine again. And what you gain by this is that before, when we went into eye rolling, that was a fuel saving, but we still had some idling consumption during that eye rolling. But now when we turn off the engine, we save even that bit, and that should benefit your fuel economy without sacrificing average speed on these roads where you have a little bit of uphill and downhill constantly, like the road where we are right now. So easy, just have your cruise control on, drive mode economy, and let the cruise control eye roll for you, and then when it makes sense we shut off the engine for you. Nice and easy. Cool. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. If you have any ideas of what you would want to hear more from us, then drop your comments and let's see if we can make a film out of it. Yeah. Cool. See you.
I will want to see that film when you're done with that one.